back with another video. So today's video is gonna be my unpopular opinions slash pet peeves, right? So my first one was that the word overrated is used too much and people probably don't even understand it. So everybody goes around on the internet and they be like, oh, this person is so overrated, this person is so underrated. Do y'all even know the definition to what underrated is or overrated is? Like, y'all just going around using a word and y'all don't even know the context of a word that y'all using. Like, to me, y'all shouldn't do that. My second one is most famous people aren't really an influencer, so I don't know why they call themselves that. So I feel like it's a lot of people on the internet who claims themselves as influencers but don't do nothing to influence people. And if they do stuff to influence people, they influence them in the wrong way, which is really bad, because if you're a famous person, you're supposed to be an influencer. You're supposed to get people on the right path. Most people don't influence people at all. So why call yourself an influencer? Or why let other people call you an influencer if you should know that's not what you're being? The third one, and y'all probably gonna hate me for this, but NBA YoungBoy is not that good of a rapper to me. Like, I've listened to like probably 4 of NBA YoungBoy songs. I really don't like his songs. Like, I just feel like his songs aren't for me, and I feel like people hype him up way too much. Like, I don't feel like he's all that of a rapper. The fourth one, y'all gonna hate me for this one too, but turkey is really disgusting. Like, I don't know, like, certain turkey, when people make it, just tastes really weird. Like, it be dry, especially on Thanksgiving. Depending on who makes it, be dry or whatever. But altogether, for me, like, I'll eat the skin more than I'll eat the chicken. Because I'm just, like, I don't like when certain people make chicken, because it just be it just be dry sometimes. Or it just doesn't have some taste sometimes. The fifth one is that pretty girls are underrated if they aren't popular or known. I feel like that's really true, because it'd be a whole lot of pretty girls out here that do not get enough attention. But if you're popular, if people know you a lot, if you got so many followers on Instagram, or you take pictures on Facebook and everybody share it and like it or whatever, then they'll notice you. But you don't notice the other pretty girls out here that's not getting no type of attention, but they're really pretty. The sixth unpopular opinion is that, to me, y'all probably gonna hate me for this one too, but All American is all that. Like, I know a lot of people say I should watch it, which I started it. I started season 1 and I got up to season 5, but it just wasn't that interesting to me. Like, it was nothing there that had me to keep going and keep going and keep going. But everybody says that season 2 is better, so maybe I should go back and watch it. But like, when I was watching it before, I just really didn't feel like that was something for me to watch at the time. Like, I just felt like people hyped it up way too much, and I got bored on the 5th episode. And then on top of that, like, everybody feels like they have a need to spoil you every show you watch. So the internet, Facebook, Instagram, they had already spoiled it, season 1 and season 2, before I can even really get into it, which makes me not want to watch it until I feel like I want to watch it now, until I feel like nobody's talking about it as much anymore. My biggest pet peeve is people that chew very loudly. If you come around me and you're chewing mad loud, like, what are you chewing that loud for? Like, you know how to close your mouth and chew quietly. Like, it irks my soul, because it gives me a headache. And it's crazy because I have friends who does that. They chew mad loud. Like, the gum is not going nowhere. You're gonna pop the same bubbles. It might be bigger, it might be smaller. You're gonna eat the gum until the gum runs out. But the gum don't be going nowhere. And they chew like it's their last piece of gum. Another one is people who try to be shady when famous people are beefing. Okay, so the biggest beef right now online is Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, which it's not even really beef anymore, because it's not like Cardi and Nicki is really like paying each other any money anymore. It's Cardi B and Nicki Minaj fans. Cardi and Nicki been minding their business after their beef. They've been chilling or whatever. But their fans, the Barbies and whatever, they feel the need to carry on their beef like they getting paid for it. One, this is Instagram and Facebook. Y'all are not the famous people. Y'all are not the ones that's getting paid for doing music or whatever. So why do y'all feel the need to carry on their beef when they're not even paying attention to it? Cardi and Nicki can both rap, they can both write, they can both do whatever they do. But the fans escalated so much. Like, they escalated so much on Facebook and on Twitter. Mind you, I love both of them. I think Cardi is a good rapper, and I think Nicki is a good rapper. Nicki, I will always love Nicki because I feel like I claim that as my mother. And I feel like Cardi can really rap. But the Instagram followers and the Facebook and the social media followers all together does too much. Whenever somebody release a new song or put up a new hairstyle, oh, this person could never. Yes, they can. They did it before and they can do it again. Another one is potatoes are disgusting. So for me, I'm very weird because I say that potatoes are disgusting, but I can eat fast food fries like McDonald's, and I can eat home fries depending on who cooks it. But I just feel like potatoes are really nasty. Like, if you get a potato and you at a restaurant and they cut the potato open and you eat the potato like that, I just feel like that's really nasty. Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Another unpopular opinion for me is so this one bothers me a lot. People who comment on how a person should live their life. Why are you worried about how a person is living their life? To me, if it's not your life, then you shouldn't be so worried about what anybody else is doing, because it's not your life. You're not the one doing it. People on the internet or people in the world altogether like to argue on the way, like to talk about how the way a person lives, where the person lives at, how they living, what they doing. It's not you, it's not your body, it's not your personal life. You should worry about what's going on in your personal life and let anybody else worry about what's going on in their personal life. I like to bash people because of the way they live in, because of what they look like, everything, but it's not your life. Another unpopular opinion for me is that pickles and tomatoes do not belong on burgers. I don't want to hear nothing. I eat cheeseburgers a lot because cheeseburgers are my favorite thing, and I could deal with lettuce, I could deal with onions, I could deal with ketchup, I could deal with mayonnaise, I could deal with anything else. But if you put a pickle or a tomato on my burger, I am going to spaz, because that's just disgusting. Okay, so another one of my unpopular opinions is that plastic surgery is perfectly fine. I feel like people who bash people for getting surgery on the places that they want to is really disrespectful and really not nice, because a person should be able to change whatever they want to change. Even if you feel like that person is perfectly fine the way they are, let them do what they gotta do. Is some people have small features that they want to change sometimes, and if they decide to change it, if they get the money to change it, then okay, they changed it. But if not, then don't worry about it. But I just feel like you shouldn't bash people because they got a boob job or a butt job or a nose job. Like, I feel like, to me, that's mad disrespectful, because you don't know how a person is feeling about themselves, and y'all bash people and make it worse. Most of the time, y'all be bashing people before they get it, and then after they get it, y'all bash people even more. Y'all might hate me for this one, but I'm not a big fan of Kalani, but I can listen to her music. So I've listened to a couple of Kalani songs or whatever, and I feel like she has really good music. But I wouldn't say that I'm a huge fan of Kalani. Like, I wouldn't say that her music is everything to me. because I just feel like it's not all that. Like, she gets through with some of her songs or whatever, and some of her albums that she put out, but to me, she's just not all that. Like, my opinion, I don't like G Herbo at all. And a lot of people don't like me on Facebook because of that, because I said what I said. I just feel like y'all hype up G Herbo a little too much, and G Herbo literally is not all that for y'all to hype him up that much. Like, I've probably listened to like 3 of G Herbo songs, but I just feel like he's not all that as a rapper. I wouldn't be able to get into all his music. Oh yeah, so the debate that been going on a lot, that pancake is better than waffles and blah blah. To me, I feel like pancakes is way better than waffles, and I feel like apple juice is way better than orange juice. I'm not saying I don't like both, because I definitely like both. I definitely like pancakes, I like waffles, I like apple juice, and I like orange juice. I used to drink orange juice all the time, but I just feel like in reality, pancakes and apple juice is better than waffles and orange juice to me. Like, and that debate is going around a lot, so I feel like I had to comment on that in this video. I basically spoke on this earlier, but I put, when Nicki and Cardi fans argue, it's so annoying. Like, I've spoken on it earlier in the video, but like, I really just had to bring it up again. Like, it really just annoys my soul. I feel like relationships should be long term. I'm gonna say men, boys, these days feel like they're in relationships just to have sexual activities with a girl. And I feel like that isn't right, because a lot of girls be looking for long-term relationships. Oh, are you going to be with me in the future? Are you going to be ready for a marriage in the future? Are you going to be long-term? Not just 2 months, not just 3 months. Are you going to be years? I feel like that's what most girls are looking for, and a lot of boys, men aren't looking for that. A lot of boys/men are looking to have sexual activities, which I feel like really isn't right, because it does mess with a girl mindset sometimes. And I'm not saying it's just boys, because it's girls that do it too, who like to mess with boys' mindsets. But I kind of feel like boys do it more, as to where they have, because they have urges, and that's fine that they have urges, because they're growing teenagers, and most of them are grown men. But a lot of them feel like they just want to mess with a girl to have sexual activities, and I feel like, for me, that isn't right. If you're going to be with a girl, be with her for long term. I really feel like people who, I'm not going to say people who wear it, I'm going to say wigs and lashes are very unnecessary to me. Like, I feel like people are beautiful just the way they are, so it isn't really needed. But wigs do look cute on people, and lashes do look cute on people, so I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm just saying that it's very unneeded. Like, it's not needed at all whatsoever, because you're beautiful just the way you are. All the extra items that you put in on top of your hair, on top of your lashes, is just, like, I feel like it's way too much. Y'all all know the TikToker Charlie, right? So for me, I know what the word overrated means. For me, I feel like Charlie is really overrated as a person. Like, as a TikToker, I feel like she gets so much hype that they don't like to focus on other small TikTokers, because of the fact that she gets so much hype. Charlie is one of the most followed TikTok person right now on TikTok. So she gets so much hype, and I just feel like it's other TikTokers out there that does really good, that doesn't get as much hype as she does. I feel like Tiana Taylor deserves way more hype, personally. Like, Tiana Taylor is a really good artist. She can do it all. So I feel like Tiana Taylor deserves way more hype than she gets overall. So, another thing, YouTube couples like D&B Nation, I feel like gets way too much hype too. Like, D&B Nation isn't all that. They do most of the same pranks or whatever. First of all, they had some pretty negative comments to say one day, and I feel like that those things should have been said. But I'm not gonna say that they should have been canceled for what they said, because I'm not just gonna cancel anybody. I just feel like the hype that they just have way too much of it, in my opinion. Oh, so this is a big one in the world nowadays. So people say that, well, I'm not even gonna say people say, I'm gonna say people are only considered popular if they have drip. I find that very true, because it be the ones who be wearing like Yeezys and Gucci and all this designer that get the most hype, but they don't even be having pretty faces sometimes. But if you have on drip, then you're the most popular person in school, because you're getting whatever you want. Basically, you can have a pretty face, but don't get as fly as you do as everybody else, because you may not have the money or the resources or whatever. But you can have a really pretty face, but if you don't have the drip that everybody have, especially in high school, if you don't have the drip that they want you to have, then you're not popular, you're irrelevant. And I feel like that's a really bad thing, because you do not have to be first of all, I don't even care for being popular. I get whatever I want, but not because like I'm spoiled, but like I just feel like the drip doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't. I have Yeezys, I have Jordans, I have like all that stuff, but the drip really doesn't matter to me, because before I was never like that. But going into high school, they feel like the only way you can really have a whole bunch of popular friends and a whole bunch of friends on top of that is that you have drip, which that's really like, I feel like that's really horrible. And that's really horrible, because you can have a pretty ass face, but if you don't have drip, then they don't care. This one's for real, you're probably gonna hate me, but cabbage and collard greens are disgusting, like with a pet. That's just disgusting. I don't understand how people can eat that, because that's the nastiest thing I've ever tasted. Like, no. If you ever try to serve me that, I will look at you like you're stupid. Anyways, but like, comment, subscribe on this video. Let me know in the comments what your unpopular opinions are, or what your biggest pet peeves are, and I might make a video of my subscribers' unpopular opinions or something like that. But I'll be posting this video. I'll be posting another video very shortly, so like, comment, and subscribe on this one, and continue to follow all my social medias, because y'all doing good. I'm almost at 3.1K on Instagram, and I'll be back very soon with another video.